Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Méchet. We're moved forward into May the 1st. This is episode number 25. I did say at the end of the last episode when we got everything done we were going to have a look at doing the grapes. Now, a couple of things. We're just going to see have we anything that's ready to harvest. We fill the grass in 46, which is... where is that? Can't remember. 46. I'm losing track. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Now, heads up, what happened since we last had you in? The alfalfa was ready here, so I got that done. There was only 4 bales, I think is all that was on it. And I'm interested to see will it regrow. So I just got that done and put them up in the pig shed. But I've been busy doing other things. I realised I had... wheat in the silo on our farm, about 14,000 litres. So I took it, and what I done was I put it in the other grain mill. I removed the storage refrigeration unit that was here, but I took the flour that was in this all out. I took everything that was here. I've since taken that building out and replaced it so that it's back the way it would be if the map was built out. There should be nothing in here. Oh, there's still 2,000 litres of wheat in there. You know what, I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to drag a tractor up here all the way for that. We still had 22,000 litres of limestone left in the feed mill mixer. And I'm just looking here to see how much was that worth. I'm not too worried about it. I said I was going to leave it there. If we go into pallets and we have a look at how much 1,000 is, I think 1,000 is pallets. I'm going slow because I always fly past it. Limestone. So say 10 is worth 2,500. So there's not a lot, 5 grand's worth. I'm more concerned about losing the 2,000 litres of wheat, but we're okay. We're okay. It doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do, right? I did say I wanted to get rid of this. What I done was all the greenhouses, I actually used the construction tool to take them away and put back a brand new empty greenhouse. So there's absolutely nothing in them. That the way you'd find them if you came onto the map, there's nothing in them. They're all empty. The same with the feed mill is empty, and the only thing that has anything left on it is this mill here. Okay, so I wanted to get rid of this farm, but look, we go to sell it, right? There's objects on the farm. It says it can't sell, you have to do, which means everything that's on it has to be deleted, all of this. So I did say what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how the power tools work. We're in here, we're on farmland 250. The ownership of it is mine at the moment. I don't know why it's saying MPC. Yeah, no, it is because there it's highlighted. It's mine. So I'm going to transfer that back to MPC. Okay, so we no longer own this. It's all gone. I don't know where it is in that silo now. It probably just disappeared. No, we won't get a reading of it. So, there you go. It's gone. The 187,896. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add that money back in as if we sold it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put 188 because we lost well over what extra we're getting. And there you go. We have our money now back. And this has been sold. It can be bought again and everything started from scratch. I don't mind that we lost a bit of wheat. We still didn't break even on what we lost by doing that. And we're going to start on the grapes. How's our field doing? It has weeds. Yeah, I knew these were all going to have weeds. So we're going to have to get the sprayer on them. That's okay. We were kind of expecting that. Let's just run down the hill. I was half thinking because we were selling that we were going to get rid of the fields up here, but we're not. We'll probably buy a few more up here, just work around this area because we're going to buy the grape fields down here. What's this? Winter barley. And that's ready next month. Ready? Oh yeah, sure, we're in May. That's very early. Here are the grape fields. I think there's 5 of them. Now, can we still do grapes? We can still do grapes. That's okay. So, what have we got? Acre-wise in this, what's in there? Let's see. We got field size 2.8, 1.9. So that's, we probably picked the biggest one to go into. Okay, so we're going to buy this. Now we're in the grape business. In for a penny, in for a pound. Buy this one as well. And then we have to buy the grape farm, which is this one here. And we're going to visit there. Now, this is where the grape production goes on. We have a silo here as well. I assume grapes can go into that. I think this is just a normal shed. Oh no, we have, what is this? Grape juice production and packaging. And that's a loft upstairs, I presume. And what have we got across the way? There is more to this. There's washing or something else. Is this it? This must be it. Yeah, washing and packaging. Is there something in the longhouse? Let's see. Because I know there's different... No, there's no trigger in here. I know there's different things you can do with the grapes. And I didn't restart the clock. Sorry about that. Let's put that up. I just paused it because I walked away once I moved forward. Just to do a few things before I started the episode. We'll leave it on 4 for a bit just to bring it back up a bit. I just got everything ready to move forward into May and then walked away from the computer for about half an hour. I don't think we've anything else on workshop, same as up at the other farm. And that is it. So, in order to do the grapes, we need equipment. We're going to check the second-hand market. Is there anything there? Grape equipment wise. I did just quickly look through this before I move forward. Is that for doing, that is for doing the farm, isn't it? That's for doing, prepares the soil. Okay, that's second hand, we'll have that. Okay, as per usual, we're going to buy whatever we can get in the second hand. Nothing else there that reflects grapes, any way, shape or form? No. Now, we're going to need probably a skid steer or something on this yard for moving pallets. Okay, grape technology is... We don't need the harvester straight away. It's tools we need. So we have our subsoiler. We need one of these. Is there a mulcher as well? There is, yeah, there's the mulcher. I haven't done grapes on FS25 at all. That's the new sprayer. Should we get one of these for doing fertilization? And because we can get manure and that and do it on it. Tell you what, we'll leave that for the moment. We need to go back in. And I'm just going to do this so we end up I said I was going by the fence. I'll have to alter when I go to the shop. I meant to put the bigger engine in. Oh my God. I forgot how small this stuff was. It really is. I need the bigger engine in this. You know, have the money there, might as well. So what I done was I actually filled the trailer full of spring wheat and I put it in the normal grain mill. Now, it didn't give us the full total amount. We've less than we had coming out of the other one. I filled it with 25,000 litres. We had about 28,000 litres left in the tank in the grain mill up on the other farm. We also had some flour that didn't come out. It was produced, but it didn't come out. Right, we're going to take the mulcher and we're going to take the whatever you call it for trimming the trees. I'll need to get to know the what's it called? Just says grape tool, but it is a pruner. Got it. And yeah, I'll get this back to the grape farm. This goes fairly fast. I wasn't expecting it to be that fast. I thought it was going to be really, really slow. I'm going to go this way. This feels weird. So we're going to experiment with the grapes and see how they go. I don't know. Do I need to mulch first, then plough, then prune? Do I need to prune, mulch, plough? I don't know what order it goes in, so kind of learn. You can see the pads I created for spawning of the wool and the milk, so I won't go near them when I'm cutting anymore. It'll allow them spawn in full pallets. Instead I had about 20 pallets with a single bale on them instead of 4 bales. So I kind of didn't want that to happen anymore, so I had a feeling there'd be markings on the ground, so just put down a bit of a gravelly surface around them. I've done the same up at the goat milk in the goat pen. The same up there, so I can see exactly where and it means I can avoid it when I'm mowing or tethering or doing that with that grass. I prefer to let the pallets fill up, otherwise you end up with a load of milk churns with 100 litres in them and things like that. So anyway, I'm nearly back up here now. The farmer's just in behind the wall there, but I'm going to drive straight to the field. I'll keep you in just until I see how this mulcher works, because I have no idea. Sorry, it's not in behind that wall, it's in behind the wall over here. No, it is actually that one. Yeah, through the archway there to the right. Go up around. Bad driving on my part. So, yeah, we're going to give this as I say, we're going to give it a lash and see how it works. See how everything goes. It'll take a bit of an effort. What I'll do is I'm going to concentrate on this for this episode, and I'll set the tractor doing the spraying with a worker on and just let him go around. I'll bring him around to do the fields. So we've moved on to try something different. I'm really curious about this. Really, really am. Now, presume we got to unfold it, yeah? Here we go. Now, question. Can we mulch at the same time? Some of you out there are already saying, yes, you can. Do you not know anything? No, we're not getting a mulch day, are we? There's probably nothing there to mulch. So we just do our pruning. Now, it's going to take quite a while for this to be done. I know there's mods where you can get a double one that does both sides. But we'll stick with what we have. I think this actually puts lines on, doesn't it? Ooh. I don't think you can drive that far over, can you? Oh, you can. So it'll go in a straight line. Okay, let me work away on this. And yeah, we'll learn what needs to be done here together, to be honest with you. I'm going to do this and then I'll get the subsoiler on the back of this. And get these fields ploughed up and see if we need to spread lime. We'll buy that spreader because it'll fit along the lines, and we'll do everything that needs to be done. And yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to doing this because, hands up, have I ever done grapes on Farmer Simulator 25? No. Where did I do them? Farm Sim Mobile 23, which is very different. But it's just yeah, I did say we were going to try everything, and I hope you agree with the way I worked with that. I'm going to go up to the top and work along from the top. I hope you agree with me on my selling of the snail farm and just giving myself back that money, because at the end overall we lost out probably to the tune of about 10 grand, but I don't care. I don't care. We're making loads of money on this series. As I said, it seems to be really easy when you get set up on any of the farms and the dairies on them and that, and get your few animals and that, and your milk flowing and that. You're going to make really good money on this map. And I'm not saying that's a problem. It just means that it's a nice map to play on from that point of view. You can start with nothing and then build up, and you just need even the sheep farm. Get going on that, and you're going to start making money if you put goats in, and you get the milk, and you make the aged goat cheese and that. So I know the grapes are very profitable when you do the premium ones, and we'll give it a go. We'll try it and we'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm just going to continue on these lines. Line it up properly. There you go. I'll just get these done. This is far easier than it was on Farming Simulator 23 mobile. I tell you. Got the first field done. Let's moving on to the second one now. I got the soil sampler over. It's on the case. International's down the yard. I brought the plough over with me. I did actually try the plough just to see that it works. Just along one of the lines. I have to do them all anyway. The case will actually fit down the rows, no problem. But I'm not going to use. I'm going to use this. Oh, that raises up and down. It needs to be up though, doesn't it? It does, yeah. So yeah, it went quite well. First lot, first field is done, and I was bringing you back in to show you the soil we have, and of course got distracted. So we've mostly sandy loam. We've actually all sandy loam, not mostly. So it'll be okay. The yield will be okay off them. We'll do what we need to get it up to the max for the soil we have. Oh, this is going to be really slow because the short runs, well, I suppose there's only 3 short runs at the start, 4, and then we're into the long runs down. I'm skipping every second row and then going back. It's easier, gives you the room to turn. Mulcher, I think it's just the wrong time of the year to be mulching. I think that should be done once the crops are actually taken off it, or if we get weeds later on, I don't know. Gonna bring the sprayer over next, and yeah, just I think, can we use the normal fertilizer spreader? Well, when I say normal, we don't have a very small fertilizer spreader that would probably fit down the line. Although looking at it, probably would just about. But I think we'll do it more realistically. We'll use the small equipment that's meant to be used on it. You know, we'll be into the lines up and down. Once we get this one done, they'll all be the same length. So I'm doing every second line. It gives me the room to turn on the headland. Now it might be different on this field because there mightn't be as much room on the headland as there was on the other one, because you really need to get lined up straight. Here we go. Lock it in now. So yeah, this should go quite okay. About an hour doing it as it is, but that was included going and getting the soil sampler over and do the soil sampling and that. Bring they're parked down at the grape yard, I suppose it's called, the grape production yard. I was going to go back and bring the sprayer over, but I know an AI worker will probably work on this, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to. There's only up to, up to the end of as far as you can see. There is another field beyond this one, and there's a break in the middle of this one. So, yeah, it won't take too long to get through it. We're in no rush anyway. We're going to just feature the grapes on this episode anyway, what we're going to be doing for the grape farm and getting it ready and getting the lime on the ground. Now, having said that, the lime is okay. Definitely needs, it's saying it needs plowing. Withered growth there, and then when you go up here, it tells you they're growing. So we are doing what needs to be done with the pruner, I suppose that's what you call it. Is the temptation there to buy another field? No. We'll see how we get on with the first 2. I didn't actually think I was going to buy more than one. It was just the circumstances when we sold off the rest of the stuff and that. We just have the money there. So, yeah, I said I was going to invest it straight back into the grapes anyway rather than doing that. And that's so we've done that. So I'll get on with this and give you an update in a little bit. We'll get this done and we'll make a start on the ploughing then. Almost at the end. 2 more runs. We have a nice retaining wall, as you can see. It gets higher as you go along. I did drive over the end of it. I have a good excuse. I wasn't watching. I'm watching the video on YouTube while I'm doing this. Farmer's POV. Real farmer in Slovenia, I think. I've been watching him for quite some time. And I love watching his videos. Lovely small farm, dairy farm in the mountains, in the hills, mountains, whatever you want to call it. Absolutely gorgeous countryside. And let's say I was distracted. The next thing I knew, I was gone over the edge. this was, yeah, like, I was being put off this because, as I said, the only time I think I ever done this was in Farming Simulator 23 Mobile, FS25 Mobile. And it was a different ball game altogether while doing it. So you can see why I didn't come back to it in a hurry. But this is actually quite... I done it all myself. I know I could have thrown a worker on it. I think at this stage, if I had another field, I probably would throw a worker on. Now, I was going along here and I'm thinking, you know what, let's bring our lime spreader down here and see will it actually fit. Okay, that's that done. We'll follow that up. We'll drop that off for a minute. I have to plough just up the way. I know it's probably the wrong time to be mulching. Probably should have mulched before I don't know. We'll get there eventually with the sequence. The way things should be done. Now that's not really doing anything. No. That grass is exactly the same length. Okay. So we know that's not going to work. We'll get there eventually with the sequence. Now what I'm going to do before I plough, I'm going to put lime down. And we're going to buy the spreader. Let's jump in here to right menu would help. Anything in second-hand market, because while doing that now something might have come in just on the off chance. Nope. Small tractor. Do we need a small tractor on this farm? I don't think so, honestly. I know it is pretty small. No, we don't. And there you go. I've gone out from the menu and let down what I went in for. Grape tools. So this farm tech, I know it's expensive enough, but it just means we can work on our own. Gosh, you don't go, and just looking to see is there an option change for the tires, but there isn't. What does that hold? 4.9 is an 8 meter spread. Ooh, this is going to be hard work, I would reckon. But what I might do is I might put a brine silo on our farm here for the lime. No, I'm not going to. I'm actually going to get the flatbed trailer and go and pick up a couple of pallets, a couple of bags or pallets or whatever, and bring them up here and see how we get on. You know, it's kind of just still getting used to where we're going. The farm, it's down the next turn. Not that one. Next, yeah, it is this one. You go down this way and not around that way to the left. Plenty of space down here. Plenty of space that I can put the equipment inside too if I really wanted to. What we got in that shed? Tell you what, I'm just going to drop it here for the time being. And we will put it in after. And I'm going to get down and get that spreader picked up. I have to get the farm all with the zero compact back up to the other farm as well. This is our fastest way. Okay, let me get organised with the lime. I'm going to get one of the tractors and the flatbed and get some more pallets of lime. I'll fill up the spreader when I pick it up, and this tractor should be able to drive it anyway. And I will bring you back in once I'm up at the field. I'm only thinking I need the zero compact on this too for doing the fertilizer, so maybe we'll stick that on while we're down here. Don't think the lines are going to work on this somehow. Get rid of them. I could do an offset on them, I don't care. Okay, now what are we doing? We need to open the back. Start. Let's zoom out a bit so we can see where we're going. I'm just hoping that I can drive down this one. It'll do them. I know I'm not on the end of the field, but let's give it a go and let's see how much the spread is. Ah, it's only doing one at a time. Okay, that's okay, but it's not using much in doing that. It's designed just to do, yeah, perfect. I should have drove down the next one then. Okay, no problem. Okay, so this is perfect. When we loaded up with manure, I bought 8 bags, of course. Took 5,000 into it, 4,900, so just under 2.5 bags. So I actually like this. It's perfect. It's putting the lime down where it's needed rather than covering all the ground. I actually thought it was going to cover all the ground. So what we'll do is we'll plough after this. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to check the speed back to 15 is the working speed. Okay. Otherwise I'm going to end up flying at the ends. We're going to do every second line again. Is every second line enough? It should be. Like we stand there, line, perfect. Okay, it won't be perfect over here, but it doesn't need to be. It just needs to be perfect underneath. Still needs ploughing. This is actually much easier to deal with than I thought it would be. You see why I have the cruise control locked at 15, because then it can turn. Whereas if you don't lock it and then you knock off the spreader, it'll just go up to the 42. There's a nice little piece of kit, so I'll only have to do half of this line. Now I might as well go to the end of it. Just do it now. So we'll stick the plough on it next. I get the ploughing done. I've dropped it. Where did I drop it? Did I drop it down the air? No, I left it up here somewhere. I dropped it off the case when I brought it up. It's around somewhere. Go down the right one. Hey, slow down. Yeah, there we go. Turn it back on. These grapes are actually easier to deal with than I thought they would be. I was expecting it to be more of a headache. The mulching is probably done at the wrong time. It should have been done at the end of harvest time. I was trying it at the wrong time, so that explains that now. So it's pretty straightforward. What I'll do, if we have time in this episode, we'll have a look at the production when the field is sown and everything is in. Well, not sown, it's taken care of. The ploughing and the fertilization is all we need to do next. We'll need to spray when it tells us there's weeds. I don't think we need to do that beforehand. And yeah, we'll just get that farmyard somewhere to put the equipment. We could put in the shed over. There's room in the other shed. Just didn't want to spend ages switching on camera with me backing in and dropping off stuff and that. We'll do that. I'll do that at the end when I've everything done and tidy up the yard. I didn't turn it off, so I'm not wasting lime now. But it really isn't. We're still on 99%. So I've overbought on the lime for here. So I'll get these two fields limed up and I'll get the plough on. I'll bring it back in when I start doing the ploughing. I think I somehow overestimated the amount of lime I needed. Ever so slightly. By about 4 pallets. Well, at least you know it's designed that way. That it just puts down. I thought it was going to spread it all over the ground. Now, they could do with being a little bit more deterred. And a couple of close calls with the walls. And now plenty of turn circle here. Just do this last one. Or so I'll go up this side of the pole. I'm going to get stuck now. That's what I get. So I think I'll plough it next. And for the fertilization, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to use the compost we have. Because I keep putting it off and saying, yeah, I must use the compost and keep going with fertilizer or manure. The only thing I'm thinking about is, let me just get back to the yard and see, can I unload this? because normally with manure spreaders you can't. And I'm wondering, is this the same? And if it is, then I may have to lease another one of these then to do the manure or do the compost. So I'll find out. I'll know for future reference not to load it up completely. Still can't get used to that turn. I'm so used to driving past it when I was coming down from the farm. Right, we'll see what we do. We can pull over here. See, will it empty? Oh, what are you doing? No, it won't empty. Oh, okay. If I had a lime silo here, would it empty into the lime silo? Give me a second. I'm just going to see. Couldn't find a silo. I know there is one, but I couldn't find one at a reasonable price. So I leased another one, filled it with the compost. And we're going to use it just to see. Yeah. Will it do the job? Should do. I probably should have ploughed this first. That's what I was going to do, wasn't it? Am I doing this arseways, as we to say? We'll find out in a minute. You know what? Let's complete this line. I got so caught up in emptying another thing, I totally forgot about the plough in the yard. Bypassed it altogether. Yeah, I just leased another one. I'm not even sure if I did get the one. I had one loaded in my mods, but I can't find it. Done a quick search. It could be just one of these ones that ended up disappearing off Mod Hub. Can happen sometimes. And the compost is gonna go nowhere. Look, there we go. Oh no, we're out. That didn't last very long. Did we put manure in it? See how it lasts. I know the compost doesn't last very long. When I tried it on this map on when was it? On the other save I had, I just loaded up to see it went nowhere. Literally went nowhere. And it's all the way over at the other farm and there's only 3 bags left. It's just what they give you at the start. You know what, I'm going to drive over to the other farm. I'm going to fill up with manure and we'll try that and see how it goes. Loaded up with manure, and boy are we getting an education here. The compost goes nowhere. Look at the manure. We've hardly used any in the run. I drove all the way back up to the farm to get it, and I drove past the animal dealer. I could have actually just gone in there and got it. So it took me, 10-15 minutes to get up, get loaded, get back. So, yeah, it would have made sense just to go into the animal dealer. Here we go. We're right at the end of the line where we were. You know what, I'll let that run because it's probably giving better fertilization than... Oh, let's slow that speed back down to 15 again. Okay. 83, can't see where I'm going. Seem to be using a lot less. Yeah, we're only at 97% after that one run. We're down 3% is all we use. The compost just must go through an awful lot. I haven't tried it, but I was going to start switching over and trying that, but given that, you'd need an absolutely huge spreader. We're eating up our diesel in this tractor as well. So, yeah, pretty good learning experience, and I've missed the line on that side, have I? Or is that just where I drifted over? We'll see. Just to get rid of the lime. Or probably fertilised. Yeah, I wasn't concentrating coming down the line at the start. I was looking at the percentage on the bar, and that's why I drifted off just before I brought you back in. It took my eye off the ball. to press the record button. Oh, why is the radio turned on? I can never turn this off. There we go, I think that's it. I know it's not playing, you can't hear it because the volume's down, but still. I never use it. Yeah, so no, we won't be using compost because we definitely won't get rid of it out of the spreader, or we won't be able to keep it in the spreader, I should say. I'm thinking we won't get rid of the manure out of the spreader even when we finish. But it was free manure. If I return the spreader, it'll just disappear. We've no way of selling it. I think it was drive on it'd be a sell point too as well with the animal dealer. I'm not sure. I'm sure there is. We won't get rid of it anyway. Trees are a bit of a nuisance when you're trying to turn. So, yeah, probably doing this, as I said, backwards. I should have ploughed it probably before I put down the lime, put down the... look, we'll give it a go and see. We can't lose out by trying. We'll just get a big fat zero. No, that's not what you do. It's not going to make any difference this year. It'll hardly affect the fertilisation and that anyway, so... yeah, in other words, I've done it arseways. Should have really come in and ploughed first instead of even doing the pruning, I suppose. But that's what we're here for. To learn. We missed it. I thought we were going to hit it. Yeah, I managed to turn my beacon on. Didn't even realise I turned the beacons on. Anyway, let me get this manure on the fields and get that plough onto the back, and then we'll start doing a bit of ploughing. As I said, this episode, there is other stuff. Another delay was I put the case on the sprayer and sprayed the first of the fields. I now need to bring it across to number 86 up there and get it sprayed as well, because there's quite a few weeds in that, so I'm just kind of doing that. I don't mind. There's plenty of time to do it in a month anyway. I don't mind. There's no rush on that. Right, just let's get out for a second and see how we're doing. That's fertilised. That's fertilised. Once it's at the vines, it's fertilised. Okay. So there's got to be a bit of lime showing anyway, but right, I'm concentrating on what I'm doing before I'll try and think of something else I'm missing out on anyway. Yeah. What we do is I'll get this done, I'll bring it back in when I have to plough on the back of this. Mystery solved. I was actually thinking while I was doing the fertilising with the manure that the mulcher goes in the front of the tractor when you're doing the grapes. And it does. It's working. It's hard to tell, but it's leaving the mulch state on the vines. I see it going down the next one. It's just you can see it on the grass. And we're getting the ploughing done together. I don't know what made me realise, you know what, you're doing this all wrong. Again. So we have it now. Okay, now need to switch on to the front group. Just so when I mulch all the grass, it won't plough once we go off it. I can leave that down. Let's drop it down now. Right, I just want to see. Giving us ploughed state in the middle, but not to the side. You have it on that side. Yeah, I remember doing this before. The lines are really useless, to be honest. You have to kind of drive it yourself. Inside the cab is actually better. And that should get it all done. It means you go up and down both lines. But it looks a lot better when you do it that way. So, yeah, we're kind of learning this as we go along. And I don't know what made me think of it. I just kind of went, yeah, you used to have to put the mulcher on the front. There you go. Yeah, it's not ploughed on this side. So I'll have to go down and back up and down and back up and down. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of the lines out of the way. Don't need them. It's going to take a little bit of time to get through this. And we'll have our grapes 100%. I have that locked into 15, I do. Lift the mulcher. Just don't want to be doing all the grass. It's terrible you have to do 2 lines. It's not wide enough. You have to go down twice. Probably don't have to, but it's just me. I'm being picky. I like giving myself twice the work. Off we go. So, yeah, we're a grape farmer now. So, let's have a look at the productions. Yeah, there's our mulch state. Now, we've only got mulch state on the outside. So maybe we don't need to run the mulcher. Is it making the difference? Hold on. Let's back up. Maybe not. Maybe it's just because of mulch the grass out there. No, it's not. It's not making a difference. Okay, so we can lift that and turn it off, and we just concentrate on the ploughing. Not that the tractor goes any faster when we're ploughing. Right, productions with the grapes. Let's have a look. Where are we? Grape juice production. Okay, this is what we get to do. We get to do we need barrels. So we're going to have to start. Oh, we're going to be in forestry again. Oh no. It is what it is. We could probably buy them, but we're going to have to make them. So these are the ones which make all the money. Pink grape juice, red grape juice, white grape juice. What else we got? Washing. So the grapes have to be washed, I presume, before we feed them in. Box of clean grapes. Do they have to be washed? Box of clean grapes, yeah, needs to go into that. So it's a double process where we need to wash them first. Then we have our premium grape juice, which is made up from red grape juice or white grape juice. It gives you your premium grape juice. Now, let's go and show you why you want to do the grape juice. Are they all together? Here they are. Look at the prices you get for these. Look at what you get for these. Okay. In January, 43,800. The white one, 43,800. The red one, 59,000. Pink grape juice on its own, 7,000. Box of clean grapes. Let's see. Looking for it here. Box of clean grapes. Not that much. And we need barrels. So that means we're going to need the production, which is... So we're going to need a forestry plot. That's the one that makes the barrels. Sawmill, small sawmill carpentry. Let's visit that one, which is here, and that's going to cost us 160,000, which was doable. It'll be a while before we're doing the grapes anyway, so we're back up at our old friend, the sawmill. We're going to have to buy our forestry plot again, which was the cheapest one on the map. Some of the trees. Did I plant trees back in? I think I did. It was up here, 166, which is 95. I did. I put down. Did I? I didn't know. Because I did, yeah. We're on the edge of the road. I thought I put trees back in it. I did, yeah. Look, there you go. All the big trees. Cost me 1,500 quid each to put them down. So, yeah, we're going to give this a proper go and do everything we need to do to get that 60,000 and 50 whatever thousand we're going to get from the different types of grapes. So we'll need the barrels. We need just the grapes and a few other little bits and pieces. Nothing much, but it'll be a while before we'll be that far on anyway. The mulcher works on the front. Maybe it's just because it was on the grass. Maybe it work on the back. It's me doing that at the wrong time of the year. That's what caused that. I'm just looking at the other side. We're not really up against it with the ploughing. I wish this was slightly wider so we'll cover it in one go, but this is exactly what I had to do when I was doing it in Farm Sim Mobile 23. I had to do 2 runs to get it ploughed properly. Oh, I'm after skipping the line. I was going to say, why is there manure on that side? Because I skipped the line. Which is going to happen. Anyway. Okay, guys. We're a grape farmer. That's all we concentrate on this episode. I did say it was what it was going to be about. Was getting set up to do the grapes. And we've reached that point where we are set up now. So we'll have to just wait then. I don't know whether weeds will grow now once this is ploughed. Maybe not. And we'll have a look and see how much money we're going to make out of this element on Méchet. So, episode number 25. Snail farm is gone. Grape farm is here. And we're going to work away on this during the summer. Anything we need to do. There won't be a lot. But we'll work away on it and do what we need to do. Now I'm actually going to do that side up and then come back down the other side. Going to go up and then come back down along the other side. Or will I? No, I won't. I just did them row by row. Right, let's finish that row and then we'll come back up to one I missed. Yeah, it's tedious work. It takes a bit of time. That's why a lot of people don't bother doing the grapes. AI worker, if you could put one on it, I think you just drive down the middle. You'd still be getting that needs ploughing. Whereas if we go on this now, we shouldn't have needs ploughing on either side. No. There you go. So we know we'll get our maximum yield on that out of it. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, just to run through what's involved. You probably knew what was already involved in getting the vineyards ready, but just to see how profitable it can be. And we're going to have to go now and get the sawmill and start doing barrels and all of that associated with it. If we have the money when we're selling off, which we probably will, we'll probably just buy it. Yeah, we'll probably just buy it and do it that way rather than leasing it. We'll have to buy the forestry plot again and start moving timber again. But no, we kind of should have bought a planter and put lodgepole pines in. They're easier to deal with, but we'll deal with it anyway. As I said, we're not really here to do all the forestry stuff. We're here to do the farming more so than forestry, but we do need it as part of completing the cycle and doing all the grapes to their maximum effect. So thanks a million for joining me, and I hope you learned something. I learned a lot, and I hope you come back the next time. We'll see what we get up to then. We'll be moving on. We'll be getting very close, so we'll have a couple of fields to harvest probably when we move into the June and that, so we'll be back into the cycle of harvesting and baling straw and everything else and getting the the grain to the grain mill and getting our wheat flour done and all the usual things we do with the harvest crops. We'll have a look and see if there's anything else we can do with them from the base game, rather than, I'm not putting down our production. I know there is productions, we could do other stuff, but we'll stick with the base game and what's on the map. So with that in mind, for now, we're done. Thanks a million for joining me. I said it already, but I'll say it again. I'm going to sign off this time. So until the next time, all that's left for me to do for now is to say goodbye until then. Bye bye.